So what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to a brand new video. And we finally have some good news for PUBG to talk about today. We have a lot of information on the next season that's coming, some information about a brand new map as well. We're also going to be catching up on some minor changes that Battlegrounds made to the game that went under some people's radar, so we're going to make sure everyone's on the same page. But we've got some very exciting stuff to talk about today, and I'm really happy to be back at it. So if you guys are excited for this, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that a lot. Of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new so you stay up to date with everything that's happening with PUBG. This will be the fastest way you can be updated. And also, one quick final thing, I'm streaming every day over on Twitch, so if you haven't already, drop the channel a follow and you want to come hang out during the live streams, that will all be linked down below. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So really quick, let's catch up on some of these small patches that were made to the game that not everyone unfortunately heard about. Now, for some of you who have been paying attention, you probably know about this. Miramar and Erangel had their loot tables adjusted, so all of the loot on Miramar has been increased by 22%. That's everything in general, from weapons to equipment to armor, that sort of stuff. But an additional 22% increase of ARs has also been added. Essentially, all around loot on Miramar has all been increased and lifted up by 22%, but the assault rifles as a whole have been increased by 44%. That's actually a really big amount, and I don't know if that's going to change the way that Miramar plays at all or anything like that, but this seems like it's going to be a good addition to me, because not only have I had bad experiences with the Miramar loot, but many of you guys in the comment section and a lot of streamers always complain about having bad loot on Miramar, so hopefully this is going to help mitigate the problem. But also, Erangel has received a little bit of a loot change as well, with its AR spawns being increased by an additional 20%. Now, in my opinion, the Erangel spawn rate with ARs was already fine before this patch, but now they're going to be slightly increased. I don't think this is really going to change too much, but it will make a more consistent experience if you're having trouble finding these ARs. It should help out a little bit, so these are good changes in my opinion. Also, very recently, if you've been using the Kar 98 and have noticed something off about it, you're not crazy. The high-powered scopes with the Kar 98 have oddly been misaligned. It seems that as if the bullet drop has been adjusted ever so slightly, that all of your calculations and estimations on the high-powered scopes are now going to be slightly off. And so the PUBG community manager has shown us that the team is aware and they're working on getting a fix. I'm not sure exactly if this was intentional and they wanted to try something slightly different with bullet drop, or this was a glitch in the system. In game development, even if you change something else very slightly in the game, it can have catastrophic effects on all of your other mechanics. So this may have been something that was a side effect to maybe even the loot patch. It's hard to say for sure, but we know this is being worked on as we speak and should be rolled out within the next couple days. Now that we're caught up on all the old stuff, let's get into some of this juicy information. We know a big patch is now finally coming to PUBG. I kind of figured this was happening as it was radio silence for, basically a month, and that was probably the quietest PUBG has ever been in their communication, probably in about a year. Now, very recently, the community manager, his name is Hawkins, over on Twitter, has kind of confirmed to us that a big patch is in fact on the way. Now, thanks to the Datamine Discord and all of those guys as well, they'll be linked down below, we know a little bit of information about what to expect for this next season. Since this current one is just about ready to wrap up, Survivor Pass Badlands, they're letting everybody know to finish whatever they have on it, because the next thing is about to be rolled out, and we should hear exactly what that is, maybe in a day or two, but we already have a jump on what to expect. Team Deathmatch in PUBG has been a pretty hot topic ever since it's been rolled out into basically all of the other PUBG modes in mobile and in light, and we've never had it in the main version of the game until now. As you guys can see on screen, there have been some leaked strings that indicate Team Deathmatch is in fact coming. Now, if you've been watching this channel, this should really come as no surprise to you. We figured this was happening probably within the next couple of months, or just whenever they're able to roll out the groundwork for this patch. You may also remember there was a special rule set inside of the ground war mode that allowed you to have basically respawns as if you were playing a TDM mode. Unfortunately, the maps were not cut out to specifically play TDM on, but they were just slivers of the Battle Royale maps already, so they were a little bit unbalanced. The classes weren't really optimal for Team Deathmatch, but it was a good dry run of it. It was good to see how it would look in action in theory. So we now know for sure that Team Deathmatch is happening. It's really not even debatable at this point, and it is on the horizon, but but what is debatable is when it's going to be added. We're not super sure if this will be implemented within the next patch, or maybe it's going to be rolled out after a couple during this particular season, though. I think it is a possibility it will come in this next patch, but we'll have to wait and see. What we do know for sure, according to the leakers, is the next PUBG season is going to be called Shakedown. And this gets really interesting to talk about because if you have been paying attention on the channel, all of this is starting to fall into place now. There's a new mechanic or feature in the 2x2 map that we previously called Rapide, which is likely the 4X map that we've been speaking about. I'll put it up on screen really quick so you can see it. There is a mechanic that fundamentally changes how PUBG is going to be played on this. As far as we know right now, destructible environments are going to be part of this map. Now, that's never really been a thing since the start of Battlegrounds. However, they've started to play around with that idea a little bit in Erangel Remastered with the destructible hay bales where you can blow them up with grenades or you can run them over. The point is they can be destroyed, but a lot of the environment in Battlegrounds, as you guys know, is static. You can't knock down buildings. A lot of the ground terrain doesn't change. You can't throw down towers, but you can break glass and you can break hay bales, little stuff like that. But this is supposed to take it to the next level with a destructible environment, and that also coincides with the information we know about C4 and Claymore being added on this map. Now, at the time of me recording this video, while I was doing this voiceover, I just got a notification that PUBG posted something, but I wasn't able to look at it before it got deleted. But apparently, they posted a picture of a C4, and I'm not going to put it up on screen because if they deleted it, it's probably a visual that they don't want out there at the moment, so I'm going to leave that off the video. But you can take my word for it, it was a picture of a C4 on a brick wall. But to be honest, this really isn't much of a surprise either. We knew these two items were being tested internally, and if they ended up working out, they were likely going to be added into this special particular map. I don't think C4 and Claymore are ever going to see the light of day in the typical BR maps, but they're going to be simply in this Shakedown or Rapide map. Now, as far as the destructible environment, it seems as if mostly everything is going to be able to be broken with explosives, so I don't know how this is going to change the game fundamentally. I think it could work really well in the right context. It could make the map so much more dynamic and, just kind of less boring game to game. That's definitely going to be cool to see how that plays out. And so there's also something within this map called black zones. Details on this particular feature are quite scarce, to be honest. There's not a lot of info regarding what black zones do and what they're for. The only thing that we could, realistically go off of is red zones in the game, but I don't think they're similar at all. It's possible that black zones are specific areas in the map that are destructible. Maybe the rest isn't, and if you're in a black zone, the explosives are fair game and can be used on that environment, but if you're not in a black zone, maybe they won't do anything. That is just a complete shot in the dark, no pun intended, but I think black zones are going to be something that, along with destructible environments, are a complete fundamental change to this game. Now, the overall layout of the new map, as far as the size of it, I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to fit 100 players on here, and this kind of makes me think that this is going to be potentially a team deathmatch map. For reference, the brand new map is significantly smaller than Sanhok, and that even fits 100 players, but it's cramped. If everyone didn't land boot camp, the amount of sheer density of players on Sanhok would be absolutely ridiculous. And so if you cut that map more than in half, what would that be like with 100 people? This kind of leads me to believe that this might not be for BR specifically. It may be something else. If this is indeed for Battle Royale, it might not be 100 players, but if it is, it's going to be very high octane, high explosiveness, and just probably a really fast kind of match. To tell you the truth, I am really excited for a destructible environment, and then, kind of getting all into the experimenting that comes with that. But let me know what you think about the destructible environment, and also let me know what you think black zones are. That one, to be honest with you, is quite the mystery, and I'm not sure what to make of it at the moment, but we should hear some official information within the next couple days. Now, some of the new weapons that are leaked coming to the game, about a month ago we spoke about them, for example, the P90. This could be added during the season at some point. Probably not during the beginning, maybe midway or late through, but I would still keep that in your sights and on the horizon. I'm pretty sure the last brand new gun we got was the DBS. Of course, we got the Winchester change, which pretty much made it a brand new weapon, but, in terms of an actual new gun, I think the last one was the DBS, and we've had that one for quite a while, so I think we're going to be seeing some new weapons also in this update. It finally makes sense why PUBG was so quiet for about a month. I think they're about to unveil something absolutely huge, and this is pretty much the information that we have getting into it. Now, whenever the full patch notes do come out, probably within the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to keep you guys updated on this channel. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think of the brand new map. What is your opinion on destructible environments? And more importantly, what do you believe black zones are? Because there's a lot of different theories about that, and pretty much your guess is as good as mine at the moment. I'm really happy to finally bring you guys some good news about PUBG, and I'm hoping this season really brings back a lot of players that maybe jumped out of the game for a little bit and then got bored with this current season or left during when the map selection was taken away. Hopefully this brings a lot of players back, and I'm very optimistic for this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are brand new around here. Make sure to go check out my stream, which is over on Twitch. That is linked down below. Thank you guys so much. But I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream or the next video. Take it easy, and peace out.